Just different.
Keeping up with the kink series, y'all. I have told y'all multiple times that I like bondage. I think I've known for a while that I like bondage. That's just some shit that I'm pretty into. I did not know the extent to which I was interested in it until I got hogtied for the first time. And that shit was amazing. Like I would joke all the time and say like, I don't know how to hogtie people. But I really, 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 really wanted to be hogtied. So one day I just dead ass went to the sex store and bought a hogtie. I didn't know who the fuck I was gonna have hogtie me. I just knew I wanted to eventually be hogtied. And it's one of those things where it's like, you can't say you want to experience something but not have the tools in the event an opportunity presents itself. I didn't use that hog tie until years later, but I just always had it. It's just some shit that I had, and I was like, I want this in my possession.
I got all type of sex toys still in the box.
Yeah, like
bitch is gonna get buzzed down one day.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like I just like go in the sex store and I'm like, okay, I know I want this. I don't know who I'm going to use this with, but I want it. I'm gonna get it. And when I bought my hog tie, I want to say that was in 2018. I bought a hog tie in 2018. I didn't use that shit until 2020. So I had a hog tie for 4 years before I actually used it. Because I knew I wanted to experience it, but I was not going to be negligent in using it either. In the sense that I wasn't just gonna allow anybody to hog tie me. Gotcha. Like, no, because I was actually in a relationship at the time when I bought the hog tie, and I didn't want that nigga to use the hog tie on me.
Wait, hold on.
Huh?
That's tough. So you bought it while you was in a relationship and was thinking in your head like, I can't wait to use this one day with somebody that's worthy enough to
hog tie me.
So were you already anticipating cheating or this relationship not working out? Like what? You bought this hog tie without the intentions of using it with your current boyfriend. So at some point in the future, this motherfucker was getting used.
So at the time,
wow.
I knew
you
that
never stood a chance, clearly, buddy.
Yeah. I knew that I wanted to be hogtied, but I was open to him using it on me, but he never really allowed me.
Did he even know you hit it?
Do you know I have hit it? He knew I was at a sex store, and he knew that I was buying toys.
Okay, this is so not the same thing. Did he know that you possessed a hog tie mechanism thingy, majig? Did he know that option was there? Like, did he know it existed? Fucking cheater. You don't play it, don't cheater.
I don't recall.
That's crazy. The hog tie was never for you, buddy. Y'all relationship was over the second she bought the hog tie.
It was probably over before then. Because I dead ass called. I remember calling him. I think I FaceTimed him or something. And I was like, oh, I'm in the sex store. But yeah, I actually, now that I think about it, I did not use sex toys with him at all.
This just keeps getting so much worse. So why was you always in the sex store buying sex toys if you never? Yeah, y'all got some. Y'all relationship was over a long time ago.
Okay, so
probably should have never been one.
But anyway, yeah, eventually I did let somebody hogtie
somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else, and I started using sex toys with other people in the future. Scandalous. But today we are so I bring up hog ties and using sex toys and shit like that, but more specifically the hog tie because we are going to continue our conversations around kinks. And today I have joining with me again.
Yes. For the third time?
I was gonna say, I don't know. We did a couple episodes. We did this the fourth time.
Yeah.
This is the fourth time you've been on PrHOEvocative, Mr.
Facts.
Alexander James.
Yes, I am back again on the show that I enjoy coming on. I always learn something. See, a show I enjoy being a part of. It's always something new that we find out about Jody, that she's probably a addictive cheater.
What?
Because she buys sex toys for the niggas in the future when she's in a relationship. But yeah, no, I'm happy to be here.
Maybe
Happy
I cheat in like parallel universes.
Yeah. I cheat in my mind. That's fucked up. In the multiverse. But yeah, so Jody gave me a BDSM quiz. BDSM quiz.
Yeah. So we are continuing to explore kinks, right?
Yep.
So go ahead and tell us your results. Like let's focus on
focus on what? Which ones?
Let's focus on the shit that's in the green. So that's
like
basically
straight green or greenish yellow too.
No, just like straight green. That's pretty much like 80 and up is like green. The shit that goes like greenish yellow, it's like you fuck with it, but the shit that's green, like you do that shit.
So I am 100% rigor, 100% master, 98% voyeur, 98% dominant, 93% experimentalist, 84% exhibitionist, and then 81% brat tamer.
How do you feel about those results?
Sounds about right.
I think it sounds about right too.
Come here, bitch. No,
Your head just sounded like what's his name? Beat King was like, come here, bitch.
Come here, bitch. Nah, I mean it sounds about right. I am very
Let's talk about that rigor shit up top.
Yes.
You be tying bitches up?
Absolutely.
When did you realize that you like tying bitches up?
So all right. So I got tied up for the first time I ever experienced it. Mm-hmm. A girl tied me up and basically I was introduced into being tied up and edging at the same time.
I love that for you.
She tied me up, tied my hands behind my back in a chair, and she started giving me head. And when she thought I was finna come, she'll stop.
That's lit.
That shit fuck that. At 17,
I'm pretty sure that was torture for you, but that shit sound lit to me.
It was lit. Like eventually, I was like, all right, I kind of like this shit because once you bust that nut, it's like the best nut ever in life. So,
I feel like a lot of guys don't like the thought of edging, but I feel like
it's different. It depends on how you do it. Like, in that situation, that was like a good time. She was just that was being spontaneous. Mm-hmm. I've actually played games that's meant for edging. So it could be fun. You just got to do it with the right person. Somebody who like do it right and like, they make a good time out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be fun. But yeah, but that's how I was introduced into BDSM, tying up, dom type of shit. I was like 18, 19 years old. Mm-hmm. So, and then I just started liking it ever since. Like, I read like Lil Zane books and shit like that. They had it up in there.
It's not Lil Zane books. It's just Zane.
Zane, but not the rapper. Is the rapper. Yeah, but I start reading the Zane books.
That Lil Zane, that rapper nigga, he wrote some sex books.
Yeah. Then like I even went as far as to like start reading like BDSM, like BDSM for dummies, like books like that.
I mean, the guys that are listening, the guys and the girls, you guys that are listening, that I keep having basically conversations around kinks with everybody on FC Network. Mm-hmm. So outside of me, he's the next person that kind of like know what all this shit is and what it means. Everybody else is kind of like, I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I like rigor and master is it's just being dominant, like in the bedroom and tying people up. And I guess for me, it's not all sexual either. There have been multiple times where like I've tied women up and we didn't have sex. Mm-hmm. I tied them up and made them have an orgasm or just, played with them, just have like an interesting sexual experience. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't even end up having sex.
That's super dom of you.
So yeah,
like
it's
a lot of doms do shit like that.
To me, it ain't meant like, don't get me wrong. Sex with it is amazing.
I was about to say, but that's still a sexual experience.
Yeah, I just really like tie bitches up. Like, shit, you can be on your period. Can I tie you up real quick? You know what I'm saying? Can I just, tie you up and suck in your nipples till you cry?
Yeah. I masturbate on my period sometimes, so that's
like it's Yeah, it's fun though. It could be a good time, and then master is is it also plays into the BDSM realm, but then also Dom realm. I've been in 3 Dom sub relationships where I was a sub and then a Dom twice, and so I just enjoy them. A lot of people also think that those are all about sex, where sex is like the fun part of it. Sex is the cherry on top, but it can be used for many reasons. It could be used for emotional and mental stability. It could be used for courage and just confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, a lot of people think, oh, a sub is just somebody who does what the dom says, and it's not really.
That's not what it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
like the dom's job is to like instill the ultimate confidence and expression into the sub, and it's just like, if I'm number one and you number two, what does that make the rest of the world? So never walk in the room without your head held high. When you talk to other bitches, you talk to them like they should be proud to talk to you. Like, don't be insecure about when you standing next to another woman. Don't be insecure. Look at her body and look at you in some type of way. Like, you are you. You are number one outside of me. So then the dom job is to like instill that in the sub. So there are many of people who like benefit from the lifestyle just based on a mental and emotional standpoint.
I love that. I love that. Also, because another part of, why I wanted to do this kink series is to kind of bridge the gap and dispel the myths and misconceptions when it comes to, the kinky people in the world. Because people are quick to say like, nah, them some fucking weirdos. They like weird shit and stuff like that. But it's like, I feel like there's so much trust, confidence, consent, honesty, all of these different traits that should be in normal relationships take place in the kink community. And something else that I want to say is that, again, when it comes to the dynamic between a dom and a sub, the dom is, has a strong sense of responsibility, but the sub is in control of the boundaries that are set. So It's very much a balance between the two. Like, it's like such an amazing balance. And I want people to understand that, and not say like, oh, because they're projecting their misconceptions onto other people, that's what it is. And that y'all legit don't know what the fuck is going on.
Nah, it's one of the reasons why people have an issue with the word kink is because they think kink is like the top of the pyramid and everything else follow under it. Whereas kink means something totally different from nasty. And it means something totally different from freaky. Like, you could be kinky, nasty, and freaky. You can be all three. But kinky is that you have a kink.
Yeah.
You just something that you into. Kinky can literally be sucking a toe. But you don't eat ass. You'll never have a threesome. You don't even have sex without condoms. Like, you are like, every other aspect of your sexual experience is reserved or closed off, but you are just really into feet. That's kinky.
Yeah, but even when you get really into feet, that's when that's getting into the fetish shit.
I mean, too. It's a kink and a fetish are like similar.
Yeah.
A kink is just something that like, like, this is my thing. This is what I like outside of most things. But kinky.
But also, it's like what you like that kind of takes sex to the next level for you. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
But
it's
that
like
doesn't mean you're nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've dated kinky girls, and they're like, "Oh, I'll never do anal." It's a certain level that you just go to. Yeah, so it's like,
I think everybody has boundaries, right?
Exactly.
And that's what's important. Like,
but people feel like if you're kinky, you don't have any boundaries. Like, that's why they confuse kinky with like saying nasty, but like in a real bad way. Like, if a girl be like, "Oh, nasty, I'm kinky," oh, you like niggas to piss on you.
Well, how do we get here?
Which that can be a kink or a fetish.
It very much could. What the fuck I was gonna say? I definitely think that people misuse a lot of words just in general.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Since people sometimes interchangeably use words that just it causes a lot of confusion because now, again, you just thinking that you understand shit that you actually don't fucking understand. For example, a lot of motherfuckers been talking about poly lately. I don't like that they are using the word poly and they're just saying poly. They're not saying polyamorous or polygamy or polyopen or polyclosed or polyflex or like it's a spectrum. The same way, you know, like you can have any type of relationship that you want. Poly is not one thing that just falls on that spectrum.
Exactly.
It's so many different ways that you can approach that, but it all comes down to what are your boundaries. And that's what it is. It's always a conversation of boundaries and what is acceptable. And this is what we agree to, right? So it's the exact same thing when it comes to, you know, exploring your sexual kinks with somebody. Like before you even get into like what, you know, like actually doing something with someone, you have to know what their boundaries are. And that's okay. Like you could, like you said, you could have a kinky person that's like, no, but my boundary is I'm not doing this.
Yeah, until you meet somebody who act like they ain't got no boundaries. And then you like walk in with your Santa Claus bag.
And then it's some
like
boundaries.
With all your toys and shit. And then she like, oh, whoa. Yeah. Right. Well, what I meant was like, nah, bitch, I got a lot of fun. I finna have a lot of fun with you.
Right. So, and it's funny that you say that because I definitely don't think I have a lot of boundaries. I don't think I have a lot of boundaries. I think I have some boundaries. I just don't know what those are yet because a motherfucker ain't presented some shit to me that I was like, whoa, pause. Because normally when somebody brings something to me, I'm like, I'll do that shit. Like, I'll try it because I'm a sexually curious person. That comes with me being an experimentalist, right? And I think that comes through in a lot of the shit that I do because I damn near turn into like a kid at the candy store and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm excited to do something new.
Experimentalist is, so number 3 on my list is voyeur. Yeah.
You like watching people?
I love watching shit, especially like, every threesome I've ever been a part of.
Warrior is number 2 for me. So
every threesome I've ever been a part of, for like the first 20 to 30 minutes I watched. Like that's some of the coldest shit ever. Like just sitting back and watching 2 girls in person, just watching 2 women just explore each other. And I'm talking like I legit sit back, like I sit in the chair like this and like sit. If I got me a little cocktail, I'm just
a cocktail.
Yeah, like make pour me like a shot or something. Like y'all go ahead. I'll be over there. Hold on. Like let me just watch this for a little minute. Yeah, I wish I had a cigar. I just sit there and just on some bullshit. I have my cocktail, my cigar. Be like, keep going, baby. But I also like watching a woman pleasure herself. So like if I have done it before and it was like the sexiest shit in the world, walk in on like the girl I'm dating or whoever I'm dealing with at the time, I walk in and they playing with themselves. Like I catch them masturbating. Oh, that's some of the coldest shit in the world, G. Like I walked in, my girl, she had her headphones in, watching her little flick. She had her little toy right there. She playing with herself. I walk in like, oh shit. And she like went to stop. I'm no.
Don't stop on my account.
Yeah, like go ahead. Like I ain't even finna interrupt. Shit, I'm finna sit over here in the corner and do my thing. I'm finna watch you. Shit.
The fact that you said sit over in the corner.
Yeah, like don't pay no attention to me, man.
What's the thought process between you sitting in the corner? Like, are you?
I just don't want her to be like, oh, I don't want to be in her line of sight.
I was just gonna say that. I don't
want to be in her line of sight. So it's like
the reason behind
it's
that.
like you don't want somebody to feel like now they're putting on the show. The show is them not putting on the show. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about a voyeur. Now, there's people who take it to the next level, and they are fucking perverts, peeping toms. But essentially, it's all on the same wavelength of what excites the person.
Yeah.
So it's you turning yourself on and me seeing you in your most vulnerable sexual moment. Like, I don't want you to look at me and play with your pussy. I want you to have your ass closed and bite your lips and touch on your breast. Like you're making love to yourself. Yeah, you making love to yourself. I want to see how you turn yourself on. If I see that, I'm gonna be able to turn you on. I see how you do it. Like so, I see the places you can't kiss yourself is where you touching. and you licking your lips. So if you touching your thighs and you licking your lips when you touch your thighs, I'm going to lick your thighs because clearly in my mind, you know, she wishes she could kiss right there. Like, and so you know, that's what I take from it.
Yeah, I think that's lit. I think that's lit because I feel like people say, you know, oh, if I could be a fly on the wall type shit. Like,
Yeah, that's
that
literally
is your
what
way.
it is.
You know, like you're able to do that. And then I know, like me, I'm going to reference the PrHOEvocative party when I masturbated in front of everybody and I put on a blindfold.
That was different.
Like for me, it was. I know you guys are watching me.
And you know what was crazy? Nobody was shocked. Nobody was super thirsty. Nobody was. Everybody was just on the same level of, this is interesting.
Yeah, like,
and everybody
she's
like
doing this right here.
like. I don't know if you told anybody who was your assistant, but when she was doing something and your body kind of like moved a certain way, me and Boogie both was like, well, what the fuck she just do? like what just caused that? Like, what did she just do?
You know, like for me to be in that moment, it was so like exhilarating.
Yeah, that was different.
Because I am an exhibitionist. So I like so my top results are exhibitionist followed by voyeur. And I've said before that I like
those go hand in hand.
Yeah, like I like to watch people have sex. Yeah. I don't really care too much for porn. I want to see something right there in front of me. Yeah. Like I want, like that's kind of that's interesting to me.
I did my first exhibitionist like on a big scale recently. So
I was gonna say, you can't just say that and then like
for Halloween I went to New York.
And
I went to a sex party.
Matter of fact, I think we had a conversation when you were leaving that party and you said it was lit.
Yeah, so went to a sex party, and first of all, her costume was raw as hell. I had like a little pimp costume, but her costume was raw as hell. She had like this skirt that was like just too little so you could see her cheeks, but she had a butt plug in with a cat tail to the end of it, and she had cat whiskers. And then she had like ears, little paint. Whiskers. Yeah, she had the whiskers, the paint, and everything. But then she had on a metal shirt that was like, it was a chain. It was slinky, so like her nipples was seeable through it and everything like that. That outfit was raw as hell, boy. And she had, the long trench coat and shit. She walked in that motherfucker. Mother was like, damn, like this bitch look good. Oh yeah, she do. But during the party, like it was people like in corners and shit like that, you could tell they was touching on each other. Me and her basically like kicked off an orgy. So we in the middle of the thing, and she like dancing on me. This one girl was dancing. She was dancing on this one girl, and then she like maneuvered the girl to sit in my lap. So the girl is in my lap. She's dancing on her. So her and the girl start kissing, and I'm just like, I'm zoned. I'm chilling because I didn't take an edible. And I like kind of looked to the left slightly, and when I looked back, they both was like on their knees, like finna pull my dick out. So I'm like, whoa,
yay!
Like, so this is really finna happen, and it did. So they set up there and they gave me head in front of like 40 people. G, that shit was busting. And then like I look up, you see a dude, they over there, they just fucking. Like, they just said, fuck it. They laid a blanket down. They on the floor fucking. Two couples on the couch both getting at it. Everybody just started sucking dick and eating pussy like everywhere around us. I'm like, we really just set this bitch up.
That feels so amazing. I wish I could have been there.
Then we get up. She lead me to the back room. It's a group back there. Everybody engaging in a little shit. And then shit, me and her start fucking, and I guess everybody just her outfit was nice as hell. She's sexy, nice petite body. So everybody was just enjoying it. Everybody just started like recording us. So I took my phone out, put the video. I was like, shit, I want this video too. I gave it to a random person in the crowd. Like, make sure you give me. Like, shit, they just start recording us, and like the area was like one of those. This area can be recorded, so do at your own risk. Right. So it was like one of those. Situations.
So I do want for those but it was lit. So for anybody that is interested in maybe at any point frequenting or visiting a lifestyle type club, Don't think that anything that you do is just gonna automatically be recorded
Nah,
or no
it's
shit like that. There
it's
are
different
rules.
rooms and
There are,
stuff like that.
there are rooms. There are rules. There are boundaries.
It's hella condoms everywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally, they on the floors.
Yeah,
They on the floor
it
like
literally be
rose
bowls.
petals.
Yeah. Bowls of condoms everywhere. So
everybody is pretty safe. Like the one that I went to, shout out to Mistress Marley. It was one that she put together, and so she's well known in the lifestyle community, especially in the New York area because that's where she started. But I went to an event held by her, so like she don't play. She everybody is like respectable. Everybody understands, follow the rules and the guidelines. You just don't have a bunch of single men walking around being creeps. If it is single men in there, they being very polite, talking to the women that they want to talk to, and everything just moves well and shit. Like it's not one that I ain't been to at some point that motherfucker just went up. Like you look up at 2 a.m. and a whole damn party just butt ass naked. Like, what my draws? Motherfuckers finna get ready to go home.
Yeah. But that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so that's the
I can't wait to have my orgy story.
Yeah, and Brett Tamer was the last one. I love that shit. It's like a dom and sub type of thing too. Spanking, I like that. Sexual massages, but like just touching everywhere as close as possible, but not a private area. So give like a labia massage, which is pretty nice. So just things like that. But yeah.
Is
so
there
that's my
anything that you felt like you should have scored higher on? You got 75% masochist.
Yeah. So about that one. Cause I thought I knew what masochist meant. And I was wrong. When I looked up the definition of what it says, I do enjoy pain, but
yeah, because you got to think, like, when you think of masochist, what makes me always remember what a masochist is like, those people that are like those crazy white tea people that'll like grab things and like beat themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, so doing it to someone is more of a sadist. Like where you like invoking pain on someone. And then receiving the pain is more of a masochist.
Exactly. But that's why I said like, because you're receiving it. So
I don't like inflicting pain. I do love making it uncomfortable though. Like when I tie a woman up, I like to put them in very uncomfortable, because uncomfortable, not necessarily to the point where you don't like it. It's just, this is weird. Yeah. Like my leg is tied in a certain way. It doesn't hurt, but my leg has just never been tied.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good. I don't know
what
either.
This means.
So like, do I like it? Do I not like it? Or
I don't know.
Maybe I just like it because right now he's eating my pussy. Or maybe I don't like it because he's, kissing me on my neck and I'm squirmish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in little instances like that, so I'm not a sadist at all. I just more so like, okay, I'm not gonna tie your hands to the bed. I'm gonna tie your hands to the bed, but I'm gonna tie it to where you have to stand up. You know what I'm saying? You can't really sit down because the way you tied. So the only way for you to rest is to lean up against like the pole of the bed or put your leg up, and the whole time I'm just sitting there like, playing with you. So I like to put women in uncomfortable situations.
Sounds like an asshole to me.
Yeah, it is. It's literally like but then you gonna have an orgasm and be like, I kind of like, I don't fuck with you, but I do. We cool, but they can fuck you. Like so it's like,
that sounds toxic as fuck.
It is. And then with a masochist, it's like, I love to be like scratched. I love to be scratched. And then like bit. Like, so it's like certain areas I like for a woman to like scratch and bite on me. Like if a woman is like ratting me, I like for her to like be a little forceful with her nails in my chest. So shit like that. So I guess 75%. Now that I know what it means, I think it should be a little lower. Because now that I know what it means, it's like, I like pain, but it's only from two specific things. I just don't want you just sitting there beating my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like pain, but it has to be your nails or your teeth.
You like getting slapped?
I've never been slapped. I probably like it though. I probably like if a woman was ratting me and hauled off and slapped me, I'd probably be like, oh, do it again. Dude, you just went crazy. I'm sorry. Do it again. Because I like being. I don't want to say submissive. That sounds super low mama-ish. But in certain situations, I don't mind being a sub in a dominant sub-sexual experience.
I mean, I'm looking at this 76% rope bunny, so clearly you
could tie me up too. Yeah. I like the shit that I'm into all around. If I tie you up, you could tie me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was surprised that you didn't score higher as a switch.
And I think maybe because I wouldn't mind any of the sub play, but I don't prefer it. So when I was answering the questions, it was like, do you prefer? So if you prefer, to tie somebody up or be tied up, and they say strongly disagree or strongly agree, I'm going like agree. You know what I'm saying? Like I agree that I like dominance instead of being like neutral. Because like it's not like, oh sure, hell yeah, I'll be.
I don't know, because I was super high on the switch, but I was like,
I don't mind like, and it, it just is naturally I just like to dominate. But if a woman is like, oh, can I tie you up? Hell yeah, come on. So I ain't mad at it. So I guess in the 70s it's kind of decent. Let me see, what else did I have? I had some funny ones. I saw this one, primal or a hunter. That's like, is that like chasing the bitch through the woods? Like like y'all got this little fetish, or like what? Or like you take it? Because no, I read this book called. Okay. So hold on. The only reason I say that, I read a book called The Hunting Party. It was a sexual dominant book. It's called The Hunting Party. This is based on true events.
You told me about that. Where it was this one girl.
This and based it was on true events.
I know exactly what book you're talking about. That was the very first conversation we had.
Yeah, it was based on true events. These group of guys, very wealthy.
Yeah.
They send this contract. They find random women and they send them a contract. And they basically say, hey, these are the things you may be subject to on this trip. But we paying you this money. This is what we enjoy sexually. There are like, if you make a firm and say like these safe words, you will be released. Somebody will immediately come and get you and take you home or whatever the case may be. But you're not getting the rest of your money. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you $50,000 now. But if you make it to the end of the week, you get another extra $150,000. And that's literally what they was doing. Like they like had two girls. They like let them run wild in the woods, and they just kept like every time they found them, they had like different cabins like in there. So every time they found them, they'll like tie them up and have like a BDSM experience and then release them again type shit. So when I saw this, I was like, is that what the fuck they talking about? Like
funny as shit.
Do I like hunting bitches? Like like what? Like
I was gonna say, did you look at my results?
I give you 20 seconds.
You funny as shit. Did you look at my results? Because you have 69% primal hunter, but did you see mine?
Yeah, that's actually okay. That's kind of fucking disturbing. 85% hunter. I could believe it though.
Why the fuck would you say that?
I could just see you being
I mean, I'm not mad at you saying that, but why the fuck would you say that?
I could just see you being like, because when I was just describing the story, I realized that's not what they talking about.
Yeah,
what they talking about is literally like just being straightforward and like going after what you want and basically shooting your shot. And that, like I tell Jody, like that's her. Anybody who knows her, I like to crack a joke and say, well, that's another, that's a different.
Crack the joke.
But I like to crack a joke and say, FC Network gonna need insurance because Jody gonna catch a case one day. Because like she's just very forward. Like, like it'll be a dude right here who like we just interviewed or something like that. She'll be like, yeah. I mean, I know y'all like what I like. I'll fuck him. And then the person will be sitting there like, what? Like, am I supposed to ask for your number now or something? Like, how's this supposed to go?
It's funny. That's funny as shit because it's been times where me and you have like been out like podcasting or some shit, and I'd be like, "Yo, you see that dude right there? I like his face. I want to sit on it." And he's like,
"What?" I just be like, "What?" Like, how do we get here? But yeah, that's what they mean by primal or a hunter. You just you go after what you want. You have like a sexual release from conquering.
No,
from like winning.
I really wish I had my Thanos glove because like I got variants.
Yeah, you wanted all the zodiac signs, fucking creep.
Yeah, like I want
shit like that.
Yeah, like it's a sport to me. Like that's really what it is. Like sometimes, if if I have like a specific goal, like I'll literally turn sex into a sport, like hunting. And yeah, especially if I feel like a motherfucker don't really want to fuck with me. And that sound kind of rapey, but
yeah.
But at the same, at the same time, I'm like, what? I don't know. You know what it made me think about? It made me think about Boomerang. She was like, "Who can turn down a pussy like this?"
Facts. She put her shit on the table. He got that.
Like,
whoa.
Do you see this pussy?
Nah,
no
but that
man can turn down a pussy like
Jody
this.
will be the other lady. I don't have any panties on. Like that's the type of shit Jody will like whisper that in like a nigga ear. He'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
It's funny. It's funny that you say that because it was this time where a guy friend, was driving me. We were driving. I think he was taking me home or something. Cause sometimes I get drunk.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Like sometimes I get drunk, and
this is sounding uncomfortable.
Oh my God, it was the same night. The fucking disbelief shit. The emancipation ball. You remember what I did first when we left?
Yeah.
And then I went and got up with somebody else after that.
Wow. Yeah. I remember this. Somebody who she shot at the ball later on that day. She hunted.
I did.
She
won.
So she called her game.
Yeah, like at the emancipation ball, it was a man who owns a liquor brand, and I was like, shit, I'm finna get on that with dude.
Yep.
But dude was looking at me anyway, so I kind of knew. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then like, y'all, I sucked that man dick that night. Didn't do anything else. He wanted to have sex. I was like, no. Like,
you know how unrare that is? I mean, I just wish.
Yeah,
like I would rather hear like, oh, we had sex, but I ain't gonna suck your dick. But if a girl told me, I'll suck your dick, but we ain't gonna have it, cool. Shit.
Yeah, nah.
Can we get this in writing? Can this just be our thing?
What's super funny about that, y'all? Like, so, like, I sucked his dick, right? Sucked his dick in the car. He came in my mouth. I was like, spit it out. Drank some water. Spit it out.
Wow.
And I was like, and he was like, he's just looking at me doing it. I'm like, spit. And I was like, all right, good night. Get out my car. He was like, what? I was like, bye.
So disrespectful.
And I drove off. I went out west.
And went to kick it some more.
I went to go kick it. I went outside. So
evil.
Yeah. So goes outside. And I keep like a toothbrush in my purse and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, cool.
That's
like,
wild. The
I'm
fact
outside.
that you keep like a dick sucking kid, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. I got a ponytail holder.
Just in case I get somebody right on. Just in case I get somebody right at 8:00 on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I want to go in the house.
I got a little kit for emergencies. And I went out west to kick it. And then I was kicking it with some friends, and it's getting late. So, all right, cool. I don't like driving, though. Like, y'all know I don't like driving. In a minute, I'll be like, you want to drive? Let a motherfucker drive my car type shit. So, I'm like, I'm finna try to catch a few Z's, but I couldn't really sleep. So, I think, did I pop a pill that night?
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
This
maybe.
Night just keeps getting very interesting.
No, I don't think I popped a pill. I think this is just regular old Jody night. So, I can't blame it on
levels to this shit.
I cannot blame it on the ecstasy. So we driving, and then so the guy that's driving is a friend, straight up friend, platonic friend. And platonic for me.
Got you. Your definition of platonic.
My definition of platonic.
Yeah, which means y'all fucked before.
No, never.
Okay.
No,
right.
no.
Because you have platonic, like, oh no, that's my homie. Y'all ever fuck? Oh,
Yeah, of course. That's why
every
we're
now
platonic.
and then. Yeah. We get bored.
But no, this is somebody that I've never fucked, and I will not fuck them.
Got you.
I will not fuck them. Like this is definitely an off limits type motherfucker. But I am still primal, and I am I'm a tease.
This some predator shit, boy.
I'm a tease. I got it kind of bad. So like I took my panties off and put them in his hand.
I wouldn't even be mad. I'd just be like, I wish I could go back in time and make you drive home by yourself. You can't just give me no panties and then be like, good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Like, if I wanted them now, if I was like, can I have your panties? But don't do that to me. Don't, like, let me do that to myself. Like, don't do that to me. Good day, sir. What the fuck am I supposed to do with these?
Smell them?
Facts.
That's what he did.
I'm pretty sure most niggas would got that. Probably never get this close again anyway. let me see what it smells like.
Yeah, so I mean that was cool.
I do got one result on here that I do not fuck with.
What?
64% brat. I don't want to be above 50% brat. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, do I catch like slight attitudes in the bedroom or something? Like,
I think so.
do I like you gotta?
I think you're being a little bratty.
I'll be like, a bitch be like, you irritate me. Put me in my place. Make me shut up.
You're acting real bratty right now. Like, everything you do, it's like, who put me in my place? It's giving brat.
No, man, that shit. I'm like, what the fuck does brat mean, man? I don't know. 64% wild, G. Like, I don't know. 64% is wild. I saw that. I was like, nah. Let me try to go back in time and figure out, like, was there ever been a moment where I was like, bitchy? Like,
I don't know.
64% brat is wild.
Yeah,
like,
it's up there. It's up there. Mine is 90%. You think I'm a brat?
Fuck yeah. You cry a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. You like
cry a lot?
I wouldn't like not cry, but you like you just need to be heard. like hey, hold on guys, I had something to say. Like, all right, let her finish. Like, what did you have to say now? Like, you like that kid in the family that you too young so nobody care about your opinion, but they just listen to it anyway. Like, okay, y'all, let's let Jody tell us how she feels.
Wow.
So she won't cross her arms. But nah, I can see you being a brat though. I can also see like I know there's probably plenty of people out here like that, but I can see the lack of sex really, really affecting your mood. So I could see like you being that type of woman, like, damn, she needs some dick. Like, some women, they just got a bad day. Your bad day can probably be directly correlated with the fact that you just ain't had no sex that day. You probably would be smiling right now if you fucked at 2:00. Like, but
and
so I could look at that as bratty.
I've dead ass come into like it haven't been a lot of meetings that I've come into fresh after getting some dick, but that one time I strolled in this motherfucker 45 minutes late, happy as shit.
Yeah.
Everyone knew.
And she didn't really talk. She didn't really combat anybody's opinion. She was like, all right, whatever y'all say.
Right.
Like,
I'm just happy to be here.
Are you high? You were. In fact. Just wasn't
dick.
off of Just wasn't a controlled substance.
Smoking dick.
Yeah, it wasn't herbs.
Yeah. Oh man.
But
I think I'm upset a little bit. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, that 64% Brett kind of they could keep that one. Fuck you talking about?
It sound kind of bratty.
Fuck that shit. I looked at the ones that I'm like the lowest on. So I'm 0% age player.
Vanilla was low as fuck.
I'm 0. Oh yeah, my vanilla is 12%.
Yeah.
I love daddy, mommy is 11. Like, you could call me though. I don't even like being called daddy. My freaky name is Sir.
Mm-hmm.
So You could either like daddy is just
Daddy mommy for me was 8%. I do not like that shit.
vanilla. Pet 3%. I guess maybe
I
once.
was 15%.
I guess
pet.
maybe once a girl like barked or something like while I was having sex. I don't know. I can't.
Was it a bark?
I
How
don't
did it
know.
sound?
It was I was just.
No,
I'm saying,
lying.
I'm saying I've never like. I'm saying like, what could that 3% be made up of? Maybe spanking. No, like, oh shit, a girl did like growl. Yeah, my girlfriend growled when we was having sex. She had took an edible and she like legit like. Like to this day, it's the funniest shit. She swell up and down. She ain't growl, but she definitely hit me with that. Like,
funny as fuck.
Start taking my clothes off. Oh my god, she finna bite me.
I've growled. I've dead ass growled. So I don't judge a motherfucker that growl.
50% owner, 44% slave.
Have you ever had a slave?
Yes.
How was that?
I've had like a girl that just be like, "Have your way with me," like for a whole day. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it was so fucking fun, G. Oh, it was so fun. That shit, I like. You gotta be in the zone, like in the mood to do that shit. Well, one, you can't have really nothing going on that day. You just want to have as much sex as possible and whatever. Mm-hmm. But I tied her hands above. She was on her knees, mm-hmm. and I took like, y'all know them like picture hangers that got like the screw and the hook to it. So I put one of them in my wall, and I put it just high enough to where I tied her hands in like some furry I put it in some furry handcuffs, mm-hmm. and I put the handcuffs on a little hook, so her arms was stuck like this above her head. Mm-hmm. And then I put a breathing restriction mask on her. So it's like one of those tight masks where you can't breathe out your nose. Mm-hmm. You can only breathe out your mouth. And I just like was face fucking her like randomly for like 2 hours straight. She just sat there and I just walked by and face fucking when I felt like it. It was pretty sick, but it was fun to see. Like, and she wasn't just like sucking dick. Like she was getting face fucked. Like, like I'm talking like dick in her throat type shit. Mm-hmm. That shit was lit. Then I had like this little chain around her neck so that I could just control it. Mm-hmm. So like I'm just literally like walking around the crib butt ass naked, and I'll just walk it back whenever I want and grab her head and just.
That
was lit. So she was my
like
sex. Yeah, she was my sex slave for a day. We did that. I just tied her up multiple times, had sex with her, leave it up for a little bit, come back, had sex with her some more. Like it was fun. That shit was lit. So when they was like owner and slave, I was like, I've been an owner before, at least once for like a whole day.
Have you ever been a slave?
No.
But the way you just did your eyes makes me think that you would be open to that.
I might be. I think I would. Like it'd have to be some literally like. Put it this way, I at least experience it the once. I'm not saying I was
about to say you experimentalist, so that
not saying I'll be
me.
fully into it and continue to do it, but if my lady came to me and was like, just be my sex slave for a day, I'd be like, fuck it. Like shit, come on. So I definitely would say yes to it at least once. Okay. Degrader was 40%. I ain't really no degrader.
Do you call a bitch during sex?
Yeah, but only if she asks. It's never. I've never intentionally thought degrade when I sex talk. Yeah, but I've had women like be like, "Call me a bitch," and then I get into it. Oh yeah, I participate. But I ain't just never been like, bitch. Like, see, like everybody has like limitations and boundaries. It's something that I've never just actively been like, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
So yeah. And then a degradee, like that's 22%. So I've never had like a woman be like, whore of a man. Like, what she say on Scary Movie? Say your American Pie. Say my name, bitch. She was random. That'd be hilarious.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Okay, all right. Oh man, this is fun. This is fun. Now that you so of course you were in a certain, headspace, whatever, prior to taking this test. Now seeing your results, do you think there's anything you're gonna do differently that you might try, or you might be like, oh, like where do you go from here?
75% masochist. That's really on my mind. So
Because I was like, let's talk about this.
I don't know. I might let a bitch beat me up. You know what I'm saying? I might let a bitch beat me up. You know what I'm saying?
Just to see.
Just tap me up and whoop my ass. Let me see if I like it. Nah. I mean, all of these things pretty much line into what I'm into. So, nah, I'm just keep being me. Keep catching my girl playing with herself and being like, please don't stop. But, yeah, nah, for the most part, everything align. And again, when people take these tests, it's not like every time you have sex, you gotta tie a motherfucker up and have them hanging from the ceiling. It's like these are the things that you are just really into, and when you have the opportunity or when they present themselves, like you do it, you have a good time, you are 100% dedicated to the experience, and that is that. Like yeah.
I like to look at it like this. You might have like your kind of favorite restaurant, right? But then you have the restaurant that you frequent. You know what I'm saying? This is like, all right, cool. I know that I could go here and get some good food and I'm situated. But the spot I want to go to for my birthday, is, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to have this heightened experience, and that's where these kind of that's how I look at the kinks. Where it's like, okay, you have like, you know, your regular sex where it's like, oh, you can incorporate like some freaky shit, you know, like on a consistent basis, but the shit that makes it top tier, like that heightened experience, like I said, me, I like for motherfuckers to watch me. Do I want motherfuckers to watch me every single time I have sex? No.
Yeah.
But that shit will go, like, I'm like, ooh, shit, motherfuckers watching.
I actually might get into that a little bit more.
What, being an exhibition?
Because that shit was fun as hell.
It is.
That shit was lit. So I'm thinking like
the spotlight shit.
I may intentionally do few more sex clubs a year and intentionally just go in the middle of the room and start having sex.
Yeah,
because I don't know, it was different. It was different, and it was different. One be just due to like the homophobic aspect of it. Like, you know, I'm not homophobic, but immediately the first thing I'm like, it's niggas in here looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's just like that was the initial uncomfortableness. But I looked at my girl, she sucking my dick, she having fun, she turned on, and then the first thing I look like, I just see like a bunch of bitches looking at my dick like this. So I'm like, all right, like fuck what these niggas talking about. Like,
right.
I can give a fuck. Like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, like when it first like started happening, I was just like, damn, everybody finna be looking. And then I saw the pretty women looking. I saw my girl like enjoying it. Like she looking up and looking other bitches and they eyes winking. All this shit busting. like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
So that might purposely be more of a thing. You know, I might go every October. You know what I'm saying? Like, might be New York for Halloween every year.
Yeah.
Visit a sex club or something. I like
shit like that.
Get my little watch me on.
Yeah. I was a kid the first time I saw Twi Pandora's Box.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I want to go to a club like that. You know like,
and that's like, oh, that's crazy you said that. That's like how it kind of was. I was about to say, that's actually how it was, now that I think about it.
That's exactly how, like, a good sex club experience should go down. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing differently. I'm definitely going to be involving myself in. Y'all not gonna catch me like, oh, he didn't went to jail because he was fucking in the middle of Brookfield Zoo. Nah. And
the monkeys was watching.
Yeah, no creepy shit. No creepy shit. But yes.
Oh man, this is lit. This was fun. Tell the people how they can find you. Keep up with you. Everything you got going on.
I have multiple podcasts in production at the moment. We'll be dropping as soon as possible. One of them, which plays along the line of PrHOEvocative, is Her Nut Matters, which is basically the experience and education of pleasing women through a male's eyes. and just how there are certain myths and misunderstandings when it comes to men pleasing a woman and a woman being pleasured by a man or just being excited in general. And so that podcast will be coming sooner than later. Herd Nut Matters, and you could catch me on Herd Nut Matters as well on Instagram. As well as if you want to get in contact with me, you can also reach me through the FC Network page.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I got going on. And, I'll be at these live shows. By the time you're listening to this, we would have announced that we have City Winery, New York.
I was about to say,
coming
yeah. So y'all, we is doing the
no, Atlanta.
thing.
I said Atlanta.
I was about to say, no,
well, we are in the talks for New York, but Atlanta at the moment is locked in, coming up like the date is set. So if you hear this before August 17th and you're in Atlanta, come out the City Winery and participate. And we got some special guests. We got some people from Atlanta, as well as two brothers from Philly who got it on lock right now. So it's gonna be a great event. And you can catch me at the live shows and at FC Network Week next month.
Yeah. And so on that note, we out.